Radical.
I did promise last week that I would talk about the Royal Rumble 2022 in a bit of detail, but I will not be able to do it in the great detail that I would like to do. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm at itwrestling.com, and we're going to go over the elimination list for the Men's Royal Rumble. I did not watch the Women's Royal Rumble. And as I'm going through this elimination list, I will give my thoughts on the eliminations and what I recall from the match. Now you see here's a big time elimination of that 7-footer Osmos. And I would say that's about well, let's do this in order and then I'll get to my thoughts on the picture you see right there. Okay. We got AJ Styles eliminated Robert Roode. And then AJ Styles eliminated Shinsuke Nakamura. There was a time where they had like a little bit of a back and forth, and it was actually pretty good. There's history between Robert Roode and AJ Styles because, beer money and TNA. Sami Zayn eliminated Johnny Knoxville. Okay, so Johnny Knoxville of Jackass fame was actually in this Royal Rumble, and that's one of those surprise entrants. But it seems like he was just promoting a new Jackass movie or series or something like that. It was just silly. I didn't particularly feel strongly one way or the other about it. I mean, it's just, I don't know. AJ Styles eliminated Sami Zayn. Omos eliminated Angelo Dawkins. And then Montez Ford, Damian Priest. I don't know those two people, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. I apologize. I don't keep up with the product these days. I mostly know about WWE from maybe, I think up to 2016, 2017. I watched it semi-religiously. Now, almost eliminated Damian Priest. Interesting, funny bit here. This is probably the only bit about the Royal Rumble that I liked. There was this one short guy that came in. I forget what his name was. But they was all talking and trying to figure out how to get out this 7-foot monster, Omos. And they said, hey, you know what? You're the biggest guy amongst us all. You go first. Well, he did. And that was a bit of funny bit of the Royal Rumble match. So many men eliminated by Omos. I love that. Many men. Many men eliminated by Omos, led by Chad Gable. They just didn't even list them, did they? Happy Corbin eliminated Ricochet. Yeah. Well, I think they meant to say Omos. It seems like Omos eliminated more people than those 3. Really? Is it only 3? It seemed like it was maybe 5 or 6. But yeah, many men. Like basically everyone that was in the ring eliminated Omos. And the last person to actually get the hit on him was AJ Styles with a forearm that actually sent him over there. There's some history between them. If they have some matches, I don't know how that would really work out. Seeing as how he's twice as big as AJ Styles. So Happy Corbin came in, eliminated Ricochet. Then Dominic Mysterio, the son of Rey Mysterio. AJ eliminated a lot of people here. Austin Theory, Ridge Holland, I don't know who Ridge Holland is. Rick Boggs, don't know who Rick Boggs is. Eliminated Chad Gable. Madcap Moss eliminated AJ Styles, which is really weird here. Because I know AJ Styles is not going to be in there to the very end, but who eliminated AJ Styles? This is the first big issue I had with this match. Is if you have a star eliminated, unless it's a super maybe like 2 or 3 of them, I don't know. It just lessens the superstar to be eliminated by whoever Madcap Moss is. And then Moss eliminated Rick Boggs. Drew McIntyre came in, eliminated Madcap Moss, then eliminated Happy Corbin. I think there's some history between Drew McIntyre and those two people. I think they injured him, and Drew McIntyre had a bit outside the ring where he took it to them. I think he hit him with some steel chair or something like that. The crowd didn't seem to care too much about it, though. And as we're halfway through this Royal Rumble, I noticed the crowd was just silent a lot of the time. They just wasn't feeling it. They just weren't into this Royal Rumble. Now, Kevin Owens eliminated Kofi Kingston. I don't think I recall that part in particular. Again, this was a couple weeks I saw this, but Kofi comes down, and this is one of the saddest parts of the Royal Rumble. Kofi comes down every year, and there's no hope that he's probably going to win these Royal Rumbles, but he has this bit where He almost gets eliminated. He gets thrown out of the ring, and then he bounces himself on something, then gets back in the ring. And there's only so many times you could do that until you mess up. And the way they filmed it, his feet hit, and they had to just announce that he had been eliminated. If anything, it's interesting that he actually was eliminated, but I don't think that was meant to happen. Now, here we have Bad Bunny, who is a big-time recording star, but looks ridiculous as an actual wrestler because, you know what? He's not a wrestler. He's just a celebrity, Probably stronger than maybe Johnny Knoxville, possibly. I don't know, but maybe just a tad bit bigger than Johnny Knoxville. He eliminated Sheamus. Here's a second issue I have, okay? Sheamus is a big boy. He's a strong MFer. And little Bad Bunny eliminated Sheamus. Then he eliminated Dolph Ziggler. Again, Dolph Ziggler not, pushed high up on the card, but still, you have Bad Bunny eliminating Sheamus and Dolph Ziggler. And then you have Otis eliminated Rey Mysterio. Otis is a really big guy, and he has a really low center of gravity. He's really big, but he's not really that tall. So it makes sense that he would just go near Rey Mysterio and just run into him like a bowling ball and Rey's on the outside apron. So it made sense the way they did it. I am a big fan of Rey Mysterio, but I had no belief that he would actually, go over and win this Royal Rumble. So I have no problem with that. But there was a problem with the camera work because they missed key moments of this Royal Rumble. The camera crew, you think they would actually be able to actually film some of these eliminations, but some of these eliminations just happened outside the camera, meaning they had to do replays, which is just kind of like, really? This is the second biggest show of the year. Shane McMahon eliminated Kevin Owens. So here's the thing about Shane McMahon. And I talked about briefly how the whole entire locker room was mad with Shane McMahon because he booked himself very strong in this Royal Rumble. I think he might have actually booked himself to win this Royal Rumble, or at least be one of the final two people in there. It was just insane. Shane McMahon went crazy backstage, and he pissed off a lot of talent by trying to put himself over in this Royal Rumble match at the expense of other people like Kevin Owens. Okay, Shane McMahon shouldn't be eliminating Kevin Owens. He should be eliminating maybe Dolph Ziggler or Happy Corbin, but not Kevin Owens. Randy Orton eliminated Big E. RK Bro eliminated Otis. That's a team there, RK Bro. And Randy Orton, by the way, got a big pop because this was in St. Louis and that's his hometown. Brock Lesnar came in and eliminated Randy Orton, and he eliminated Bad Bunny. So it took Brock Lesnar to get out Bad Bunny. Yeah, because, Bad Bunny, he's a, big-time superstar wrestler now, I suppose. Brock Lesnar eliminated Riddle. And this was another part of the match I actually liked. When he eliminated Riddle, Matt Riddle, by the way, thought he would have a program with Brock Lesnar, and he was talking trash a while back, but Brock Lesnar was like, no, I'm not working with you. He just tossed him out of the ring like a sack of garbage. You should see the way he just tossed him out. It was just funny. He eliminated Shane McMahon. But here's the weird thing. Brock Lesnar had more trouble eliminating Shane McMahon than he did Riddle. It took him 2 times to get Shane McMahon over the rope. Okay? And I think that was part of the Shane McMahon booking. So he was actually booked a little stronger towards the end than freaking Matt Riddle. And I think Shane McMahon actually had a bit where he was punching back and forth, toe-to-toe with Matt Riddle, which is just insane. And then you have the finale of Brock Lesnar eliminating Drew McIntyre to win the Royal Rumble. When I talk about boring, this was incredibly boring because it makes no sense for Brock Lesnar to eliminate Drew freaking McIntyre that easily. I think Drew went for a quick kick on him, whatever he calls his kick maneuver. It's basically the same thing that Sheamus does. But he missed, and Brock just tossed him over. Just like nothing, right? So that's not a way to really put over Drew McIntyre. It is not. Yeah. So the thing about this Royal Rumble is, it was very boring, like I said, and it was probably one of the worst Royal Rumbles that I had ever seen. And you see right there. Okay, yeah, there it does. Brock just kind of grabbing him. I don't think he gave him an F5 or nothing. Didn't even give him an F5, I don't believe, and just kind of threw him out. This is probably one of the worst Royal Rumbles. And in big part, here's the reason I think it was so bad. It was just the ending, the finale, the last people in there. I mean, look at this elimination list. Okay. Drew McIntyre, Shane McMahon, and Riddle, and Brock Lesnar. The last four: Riddle, Shane McMahon, Drew McIntyre, and Brock Lesnar. Why is Shane McMahon in the final four? Oh, wait, he's in the final three. Why is Shane freaking McMahon, 54-year-old, 53-year-old, whatever he is, son of the boss, Shane McMahon, who has never been booked to be a big deal. He's always been booked to be the chicken shit, boss's son. Why is Shane freaking McMahon booked so strongly in this Royal Rumble? Oh, well, I explained why, but why was that allowed? Why didn't Vinnie Mac just come in and say, listen, we can't have this. This is just not gonna, I forgot how to do my Vince McMahon, but yeah, that's my thoughts on the Royal Rumble. Sorry it's so brief, and I wanted to do a more detailed version, but I'm not watching this Royal Rumble again because that would be paramount to torture. I give this an F.